Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Turtle Powder, here with tips of Turtle Clash Royale strategy. Today we're going to be going over some competitive gameplay from recent league match in Liga Patata and Team USA tryouts. And yeah, so I'll be analyzing my competitive gameplay and giving you all tips and tricks on how to win certain matchups and how to play certain matchups. So I'm going to be reviewing this Golem deck, by the way. I might consider even doing a separate video on it. I really enjoy it and think it's probably the top beatdown deck in this game at the moment. So without further ado, we're going to start off with this replay. It's showcasing the new card, the Royal Recruits, in a Hog Inferno Dragon deck. So he has Ewiz as well, so he definitely has a decent matchup. Not amazing, but not great. But not bad, sorry. And he also has the Royal Recruit, so he has that versatility with them. Right here I go Tombstone and give him a choice on whether to Hog or something. He opts to Fireball. No, he does not. I just zap his Ewiz, and he'll get 2 shots. So he's up a little bit of Elixir. And I go Inferno Dragon from the back. Not a bad play. Give him a little bit of fireball value, but it's nothing I can't really bounce back from. So right here I go Golem at the bridge, not knowing what his real deck is, not what his main push is. He doesn't have fireball though in cycle, which is one of those huge things. And he didn't kill my Mega Minion, which is kind of huge here. He does an interesting E-Wizard because it doesn't really kill anything. That was a very late zap on the Inferno Dragon, so he's up 2 Elixir right now. Looking back on it, I think I should not have zapped, and I might have. I'm conflicted on whether the Golem was good or not, but I think overall, I think the Golem was fine. I should have saved my zap, and I think that would have kept me in the game Elixir. I would have been around 4 at this moment right now, so I think I should have definitely saved my zap. And maybe not gone with minions, but maybe the minions were fine. Well, let's continue. So he goes with a Hog, and I go with my Tombstone. And he actually logs the Tombstone, and he is down 1 Elixir, but he gets a ton of Hog shots. He gets about 4 Hog shots right there, so it's not even a bad trade at all. So right here, my hand is decent. I have Valkyrie in hand, so I can stop his recruits. I have my Inferno Dragon in hand, and I have my Golem. And since the key to running this deck against a cycle deck, for example, is whenever they use their punish, say for example a Miner or a Hog, you're going to try and go Golem after that because there's no way of them punishing you in the opposite lane. And even if they do, you have Valkyrie to just swallow up anything they go. So in this case, sorry, I had my Valkyrie and my Golem. I was free to go Golem without consequence. So that was a good Golem right there. He starts Recruits from the back. Actually a pretty nice play. Recruits are never a bad play. And it's annoying. I hope they... I don't want to sound like I want them erased from the game, but I want them erased from the game. Alright. So I poison all of that. It's actually not a horrible trade. And I get a zap down so that my Golem will get a shot on the tower. And there you go, it gets a shot. It's going to take his tower down low. And I can just start my Tombstone right here from the back. Or my Inferno Dragon first. Then my Tombstone, and then my Valkyrie. And I played that in the correct order, to which his Ewiz died, and his Hog actually only gets 1 shot. That was a really solid defense. So I aggro the Inferno Dragon with the Tombstone. I get all the support done with the Valkyrie. And then I use the Inferno Dragon kind of to get a counter push going. As you can see, he's still forced to commit to it. And I can go Mega Minion from the back here without consequence. He goes Bats, which is actually a pretty decent play. But he's a bit aggressive with his Hog right here. And I disagree with that Hog. I think he should have waited, because he's going to be down a lot in Elixir if I defend this. So I play a really high Tombstone, just knowing... and that log is what lost in the game right there. You cannot log in that situation. His Hog was never going to break through that Inferno Dragon. He has no zap, that's the thing. So I can, with no consequence, go with my Golem right here. And I think I should have... I think I should have Mega Minion, but still good zap value right there. And my Inferno Dragon actually killed his Inferno Dragon, so my Ewiz gets my Golem gets 2 shots, which is actually a pretty huge elixir trade. I go with my Tombstone right now, just knowing his Hog was gonna come, and just zapping down his troops. I get the aggro from the tower on the Inferno Dragon, and we're able to cop the W. So really well played to Axelon in that game, but in the end he didn't pressure correctly at times, and I was able to utilize my Golem relatively decently. So next up we're gonna review this game right here, Giant versus this Exinado Loon deck, which I think actually he has the matchup in, to be honest. And the reason is because of that Valkyrie. My whole support, which is a Lumberjack, the Ewiz, the Miner, and the Giant, he gets a lot of Valkyrie value in this matchup. And he can just Executioner Tornado my pushback and get a positive trade for his defense every time. Plus his Balloon has a greater win condition in this matchup than the Giant. So it's tough for me to break through, and I have to bait out his Executioner. And that's how I win that matchup. I'm sorry guys, I have a really stuffed throat right now. But anyways, he's got a decent starting hand right here. Balloon, Valkyrie, Tornado, and the Skeletons. And my hand is Miner Ewiz. Mega Minion, Poison. I don't have my Giant in cycle, so there's definitely no point to push. I'll just go with my Miner right there. Zap the Skeletons. Sorry about that. Mega Minioning early onto his Valkyrie was a good play. This was an awful Executioner. You never Xe aggressively like that. Sorry about that. It allows me to go with a really aggressive Giant and a really aggressive Lumberjack right there. So he gets the aggro back on the Lumberjack, but still, like, he has to put down a Valkyrie only on the Giant. And that's just a bad elixir trade overall. Somehow he's still up in elixir just due to the fact that I overcommitted on my first push. But still, he's got Miner, Balloon, and cycle, and he's up 3 elixirs, so he's actually in a good spot right now. But when you see that Executioner coming from the back on a Mega Minion, you have to pressure right away. It's his best defense against the Giant, his Executioner is. So right here, he goes with what's it called? A Balloon Miner. So I don't think this was a good play, just because I think Valkyrie Balloon is a lot stronger and a lot harder to defend, because his Valkyrie gets value on my Ewiz. So in this situation, notice how the way that I use my Ewiz on the Miner and my Mega Minion on the Balloon. Some people might reverse it, but I just don't see the point of it, because the Mega Minion has more DPS, and it's a lot easier to defend the Balloon with. Plus the Ewiz re-aggroes the Miner onto it. So it's just a better play overall. He actually tornadoes my Mega Minion while my Ewiz is still there. So it's going to get Balloon death damage, but my Ewiz was already there. So I'm up 2 elixir right now. Really solidly defended, and I played that really well. So right here, I'm going to go Lumberjack aggressively at the bridge. He Executioners, and he uses his Skeletons. And I'm able to just log out his Executioner here and just go for a Giant. So I go Giant Miner. Knowing his Tornado's out of cycle and his Executioner, I can go in the back. He actually cycled back to his Tornado, but then again, he does not have a suitable kill for the Giant at the moment. So I'm going to get a couple of swings and get his tower down to 500. So I zap his tower, and I go with a Lumberjack onto the Mega Minion. And I go for a Poison on the Executioner, knowing that that is a good Poison. I can Miner down his tower. Really good Ice Spear right here. You're going to see it catches everything. That was a really great Miner, but that Tornado was really well predicted. And I actually managed to defend that because he was late. He should have zapped right there. If he had zapped right there, he would have definitely gotten a Balloon Shot, maybe 2. And overall, I think that might have just been a lot better for him. So let's move on. I Mega Minion aggressively. He actually opts to switch lanes. I don't agree with that, but you know, you do you, man. You do you. Use the Balloon and the Valkyrie. And I am safely in Poison Log Zap range. So yeah. That was close at the end. His push actually was just coming in. But overall, he used his Executioner way too recklessly and aggressively. And he didn't utilize his Elixir advantage to his advantage. And that caused him to lose the game. Whoopsie. So now we're going to be reviewing P.E.K.K.A. Minor. No. Yeah, let's do some of the Liga Patata replays, or one of the Liga Patata, and then we'll go to P.E.K.K.A. Minor Poison. So, Lionel RC is a good player, by the way. He's an Argentinian player for Kultu Clan, a really good Argentinian organization. And this is recruits 3 Musketeers, which has Lumberjack instead of Bandit. This deck is broken with Bandit, by the way. If you're running this deck in GCs, it's really broken, and it's a really good deck, really solid. So, highly recommend it. And I'm using the 3.1 Minor Poison Princess Cycle deck. And I personally think it's actually pretty strong and does really well in this meta. But others don't. He does a really good Zappies right here. And I defend really just chill and not aggressively with my Goblin Gang. And I'll cycle my bats from the back. And he'll go 3 Musketeers. So I opt to Tesla there. By the way, I think not by the way. Also, I use 3 Musk a lot, so I think I have a good viewpoint of this match from his stance. So I can kind of commentate on what he does bad. Right here. He needed to wait till the Tesla aggro the Ice Golem so that he could get more value at his Minor and get more damage out of it. Would have been a better play. Just a timing issue. Overall, he played this push actually pretty well. I Valkyrie the 2 Musk, and I'm forced to expend a gang on that. So, sorry. But using that gang was really unfortunate because it put me down about 4-ish Elixir. So he's able to get a pump down. And right here, I go for a Minor, and I go for bats. Now, I should have minored onto the pump, but I got a little bit too aggressive. See, right now he's up almost 2 Elixir on me. And I go for a poison. Now, I should have... Right here, I needed to soak this Lumberjack. That was the only way I could have kept any Elixir. But I'm down 5 Elixir right now. That was a bad log. And I shouldn't have done that. But, you know, didn't affect too much at the end. I did win this game. I don't know who has hard counter in this matchup. Please comment down below who you think does. Anyways, he goes for 3 Musk in the back. And he's up a ton of Elixir. He used 9 Elixir. He's already at 4, and I'm at 8. So I'm going to have to like manufacture such a good trade here. And he gives me value for my Valkyrie. That is essentially a 8 for 4 trade. And right here is a 6 for 6 trade. So I get a positive 4 trade right there. And it actually vaulted me back into the game. I was only down 1 Elixir when he pumped. So that was a really solid play. Right here, I try and juke him out a little bit. And it kind of worked, but it kind of didn't. I use my Princess here from the back. And he goes 3 Musk from the back. So I go with my Goblin Gang. And my Princess is down health because he zapped. I Tesla right there because knowing that he had the 3 Musk going in that lane. My Princess is going to get sniped. Valkyrie goes down there. I go gang right here. And I have to go Minor as well. So this was like really dangerous, guys. Like, look at this. If the Tesla did not lock on, I lost that game. So he's up a lot on me, 2 to 3-ish Elixir. And I'm forced to just go with Valkyrie, bats, and that Princess from the back. But seriously though, it's crazy how much damage he got from that play, and it's crazy how the Tesla locked on. I did not think the Tesla would lock. So right here, my Miner got a lot of chip damage, which is really nice. I log back that push, forcing him to miner the princess. Yep. Sorry about that. And then I go princess from the back. The only time you go princess at the bridge in this deck, by the way, is if you have an elixir lead, because there's no point to justify going for a princess from the back when you're down elixir, because it's just a waste of elixir. If you're up enough elixir to justify it, go ahead. And it's not a viable strategy to win games. You should definitely only be princessing if you need the versatility to princess at the bridge and get chip damage. That's the only reason you should be. This was a really fantastic Valkyrie because it was able to get the whole push down and kill that Zappy and go on the counterattack, force him to defend it. Right here, I have two princesses on the board, so they're going to splash down that Ice Golem really fast. Right here, Valkyrie, Bats, just everything he has. Right here, I miner, and it catches the miner. If I didn't catch that miner, I think I lost the game. So that was a huge turning point right there. And then I Goblin Gang his, what's it called? His Zappy. I princess at the bridge right here, and I get the splash damage off. I Bats from the back. I Valkyrie, I go with Miner on the back corner, and then I get my Valkyrie down, kiting everything, and my Miner was able to get one more shot. If I didn't get the Miner to kill the tower, I would have lost that game. Lionel played that really well, and I overcommitted in certain parts. I was very lucky to win that game. And finally, we're going to review one more game, probably this game right here. Yeah, we're going to review this game. So, this is definitely my matchup, I think, in my opinion. It's like a 60 to 40 matchup. It's not a hard counter, but it's not a good matchup for the P.E.K.K.A player. Just because I get a lot of value through my Tesla. If he had 2.9 Miner Poison, it would definitely be my matchup. Just due to the fact he has a defensive building, which is easier to cycle, instead of like a P.E.K.K.A, which is hard to cycle and you have to get a ton of value out of it. This was a really good Tesla, by the way. Like, look at the way I just was able to get... And this Ice Spear was fantastic. Froze up the P.E.K.K.A and the Bandit. And I was able to get a very decent lock. Even though I'm down Elixir right now, I over-aggressed a little bit. I'm down 3. I can easily just cycle my defense really fast and get a few positive Elixir trades to get back in the game. So, and with Expo, that's actually pretty easy to do. So right there was a pretty good trade. I was able to get a ton of damage off on that first Expo, which was the reason I won this game. That's always what's going to have to happen when you're playing against like P.E.K.K.A Miner Poison. And he has Mega Minion for some reason. I don't think Mega Minion is better in this deck. Personally, I think Minions are better. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm able to just cycle a log on the tower. He goes Bandit in the back, and I'll just cycle an Ice Spirit. I go Archers in the back. And I'll just go Valkyrie right there. Because I want his Royal Ghost to aggro onto the Valkyrie on my side of the field. He gives me a good Fireball there, so I'll take it. Sorry about that. And I get Archer chip damage. That's 80 damage right there. It's a good trade. And I'm able to just Tesla right here. I think I should Tesla. I do Tesla, right? Yeah, I Tesla. Okay. And he goes Bandit right here. I'll be able to use my Skeletons. And that was actually a really nice trade right there. I should Expo in the middle, not right there. Ooh, I should have Expo'd opposite lane right there. Really bad play by myself. Yeah, that was not a good play at all. So, actually pretty decently played by my opponent right there, to be honest with you. Though, that was a really bad play by me. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I should have fireballed that, by the way. So that allowed him to get back in the game, and I Expo middle. He was able to get his P.E.K.K.A on it, and yeah, he's playing this well now. I think his mega should have gone onto the expo, because like right here, I don't know, man. I think, and I missed my log onto the bandit. That could have cost me. And then I start the fireball cycle. So I go with my fireball. I go skellies from the back, ice spirit from the back, log, archers from the back. I fireball this. That's fireball value right there. There's no point passing up on that. A beautiful Valkyrie. Like, that's about as good as it gets. That is actually as good as it gets. That log was pristine. And right now I'm just one fireball and one log away from victory. And we're about to cop the dub. And yeah, there you go. Fireball's about to roll in. And the ice spirit rolls in as well. And then we log for the dub. GG, well played. And that was a bit way too close. I should not have made it that close, but it's a win overall. And that's all that matters, right? Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this competitive gameplay analysis. Comment below as well. Who would you like to see me bring on to play me in a best of 5? Within reason, of course. You're not going to see me play like B-Rad or Oxalate or something. Surge even, probably not as well. Just make sure to be within reason, of course. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all. Have a great rest of your day. And I hope you learned something new and learned some tips. Have a good one and bye, guys.